thinking about that.
Yes, it's always best to be prepared. We still have enough to vote on the emergency statement, as long as everyone's in agreement, so.
Good afternoon. It is 2 o'clock, and I'd like to call the September 28th meeting of the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust to order. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Are there any questions or comments regarding the minutes? We have a motion and a second. Please vote. And it passes 4-0. The next item on the agenda is a consent docket, a number of items, contract awards, engineering contracts, some purchasing amendments with the agreements with Tinker, change orders and amendments. Are there any items on the consent docket that the trustees would like to consider individually? Or are there any questions or comments about any of the other issues on the consent docket? Hearing none, is there a motion? We have a motion and a second. Please vote. And the motion passes 4-0. The concurrence docket has 5 items from the McGee Creek Authority, and then an item which is a concurrence item with the City of Oklahoma City that does not include any AQUID funds. So are there any items on the concurrence docket that the trustees would like to consider individually? Or any questions that the trustees may have? If not, is there a motion? There's a motion and second. Please vote. And the motion passes. Item 5 are emergency construction contracts. There are 2, well, we'll take them individually. And emergency contracts do require 4 votes for approval. The first is to do with a emergency sewer line replacements around South 28th in Chartel and Hudson for $53,000. Yes, it's a water line. I apparently didn't say that. Water line. Are there questions or comments regarding that emergency contract? Is there a motion? We have a motion and a second. Please vote. And it passes 4-0. The next is a emergency regarding procurement of chemicals and related goods. Mr. General Manager, would you like to tell us about this a little bit?
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman. About a month or so ago, we had a force majeure letter received by the company that provides our liquid oxygen for our ozone system at Hefner, where we use the system to help our disinfection of the water during this time of the year. So we made arrangements to bring in some equipment where we could use a different vendor, and now we're asking for authorization to go outside of the contract to secure another vendor until the oxygen supply has stabilized again from our supplier.
And this is really a COVID-related issue.
It is. The oxygen suppliers have redirected most of their supply to the hospitals for COVID.
And oxygen is used to make ozone, which is our primary disinfection on the water treatment plants. Are there any questions regarding this item? Is there a motion? We have a motion and a second. Please vote. and it passes unanimously. There are no items for individual consideration. Are there any items from the trustees? Hearing none, any general manager reports?
None at this time, Mr. Chairman.
There are no citizens to be heard. I do want to note that since Sharon has joined the trust, I believe we've become very, very efficient. And so I have noted that. No other items, we are adjourned.